I would like to say good morning and hello to all of you in internet land out there in the world. I am obviously just waking up. I am drinking my coffee, and it is a Sunday morning. Happily, I'm not going to the Kingdom Hall, but I'm reading and I'm getting messages from different sources that disturb me. I'm getting messages and I'm reading comments, which is probably only, I know it's only a fraction of what's been said back and forth about two groups of my friends in the ex-Jehovah's Witness community that are fighting. Now, I'm not involved in this, and I haven't wanted to get involved in this because, look, Lloyd and I go way back. Lloyd and I woke up around the same time. We did some collaborative things together 3-4 years ago. I really like Lloyd. Dude, you're my friend. And I messaged you and told you that. I'm sorry for all this online brouhaha. But on the other hand, I am good friends with Mike and Kim and some other folks, Joel the Unwitness, others. And, I like them too. And to me, if you guys are all having, and Miss Barb Sinclair seems like a lovely lady as well. I don't know her real well, but there's all these great minds, these energetic people in the Jehovah's Witness X community, people that have escaped, that have been touched by the tentacles of the Watchtower Society, to use Rick's phrase, which is actually pretty good. Thank you, Rick. I like you too. I just wish that we could pick our battles maybe a little better. That's all I'm saying. I don't know all the details, and I don't really have time to follow all that. We live our lives. We take care of our bills and ourselves, and we shop for food, and we message and text and call, hopefully our, family members that we're still able to contact, friends, loved ones, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. These are the children that we, these are the ones that we message and that we spend time with, time on, the most, I think, the majority of us. So I just feel like I want to talk about this topic too. Not because I want to get into the fray, not because I want to argue with my friend Lloyd or folks that enjoy Lloyd as he goes by Cedars online. These are great folks. These are good people that want to make a difference. And the way that we do our activism, it seems like in many cases it's working. Just putting out quality articles like on JW Survey, putting out quality videos, like Mike and Kim do. They put out quality videos too. I really feel that they do. That's just an opinion. It's only my opinion, we all have our niche, our niche. We all have our way of helping to unite in common cause and blunt the Watchtower's iron fist in their little velvet glove on jw.org. org. So we're all doing our thing. As far as aggressive activism goes, you know what? I really don't have a definitive answer, but I was thinking about this, is that if a person goes out and they hold a sign and they protest, as long as they're not breaking the law, and as long as they're not, hurting somebody, maybe them doing that is beneficial for themselves. Maybe it's therapeutic for them to do that. And if someone wants to protest in front of a Kingdom Hall and it helps them personally, I think that's a plus. I will say that, because it sure ain't going to make more people get baptized. It ain't going to make less people get baptized either. I think it would be like some, like one drop of water into a huge lake. I mean, you wouldn't really notice a difference either way, right? So if you think of it that way, look, if a person is an aggressive activist, maybe they go up to one of these trolley carts. Mark and Cora I thought they did a fantastic job. I don't know if that's the way I would do it, because it's just not, I don't know, it just doesn't, it would get me stressed out, and I don't want to get stressed out. I just want to be happy, and I want to encourage people. And yeah, I like to stir things up once in a while too, but I don't want to go confront somebody on a trolley cart that has jw.org smushed everywhere. I've thought about it. I've fantasized about, I'd go up and I'd say this. But look, anyway, getting off track. I tend to do that. Mark and Cora did that, and I love their style. I think they're awesome too. I like JW Podcast. I like Watchtower.exposed. Excellent website. By the way, I need help with my website. I thought I was going to be done, and then my help fell through. Anyways, I got to find somebody that's not so busy to help me with my website. But boo-hoo for me. jwstruggle.com will endure, even though it's kind of out of date a little bit. My focus is the videos. I love Evie's videos. I mean, there's just on and on. There's so many great folks out there making videos. Ricky G, my good friend, came and sat at this table with me. Flew here from Texas, and we had a blast. My friend Vicious Fiction, who made a hilarious couple of videos using his guitar, has also sat with me at this table. And we have talked real talk. We have exchanged ideas, man to man, person to person. And I think sometimes that's the best way to work things out. And so I'll go back to that. I'm sorry. It's early. Aggressive activism might work for some people. And is it really doing that much harm? Of course it's reinforcing. I agree with you, Lloyd. It's reinforcing the negative stereotype that Watchtower has created in the minds of these brainwashed, indoctrinated folks. Of course it's you're right. But we're not going to get those guys anyway. I'm not going to come in with my apostate laser beam and penetrate their frontal shields. It won't work. It won't work. So if I'm going to picket, if I'm going to talk to people in front of the trolley cart, the witnesses, if I'm going to try to warn people, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it because maybe it makes me feel good. It gets that anger out of me. Perhaps, I had a calm conversation with a person the other day at the gym, and I let them know. I said, did you know that Jehovah's Witnesses, do extreme shunning? They believe everyone's going to die in a fiery death at Armageddon, which is coming very soon, all that stuff. And they were totally blown away, and they thought, oh, they've always just been nice neighbors to me. And I said, well, they are nice neighbors. I said, but you realize after you're dead and gone, they're going to haul your skeleton out of your house, and, their cousin's going to come in and live there, or their daughter and son-in-law who have been living in their basement are going to come live in your place because you won't need it anymore because you'll be dead and the birds will be feasting on your flesh. They don't know that about the witnesses, right? So maybe the aggressive activism, if that's what we want to label it, seems like it's kind of sticking as a phrase or an expression, whatever. Maybe it will help inoculate people. It's certainly not going to make a JW wake up. Oh my God, now I know tat. No, it's not going to do that. anyways, that's my feeling, is that perhaps it does help in some other ways. And I don't think it's going to make Jehovah's Witnesses numbers swell from 8 million to 9 million just because you pick it. It's not going to make their numbers go up, and it's probably not going to make their numbers go down. So that's my point on that. But when I said, you know, I've had some of these folks come and sit across the table from me, and I'm trying to get one of these JW apologists to actually Skype with me or talk with me and have an open discussion, to have a real live discussion in a civilized way. And I've contacted a few of them. I've got one that I think might do it. And we can talk about this stuff. And you know what? Be civil and say, that's the way countries resolve differences, right? There's been times when there's peace talks in the Middle East. Unfortunately, it doesn't always resolve it right away. But at least if two parties are willing to sit down and talk, it can work things out. So this is my idea. Is what if Lloyd and Mike and Kim perhaps get on Skype, and then we have someone kind of be a moderator. Doesn't have to be me. I mean, it could be me. I don't care. It's just, you know, it's just an idea. This, to me, this is almost like a thought experiment, but we could do it. And then we just give each other equal time to talk it out, because I think when you type things, it comes across differently. 80% of communication is nonverbal. Oh my God, I have to gesture. I have to use my face. I have to use my inflections. It's just built into the way I communicate, the way I was raised in a very Italian family. You know, if you saw Moonstruck, that film, that was my mother's side of the family was just like Moonstruck. So I got that in me, you know. So to me, the way I text or comment, it's just a fraction of the way that I would speak to you if we were across the table. So I feel like if Mike and Kim and if Lloyd, if you guys talk to each other in real time, you know, and maybe we kept it civil, I know we would keep it civil because I know the quality of people that you folks are. Lloyd, you're a quality guy. I mean, you're smart and you're fair for the most part. I don't understand some of the anger with some of the comments, but it's because I'm not in the middle of it and you are. And it's difficult being having a bullseye on your back. You know what? You make a few videos, you get a few subscribers, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people love you and a whole bunch of people hate you. You know, it can happen. Same thing with you, Mike and Kim. You know, you guys have all these fans and people that feed you good information, and then you turn around and funnel it, and you put it out there, and you put in the work. I mean, my goodness, Kim, you are such a hard worker for what we're doing, and oh my God, we need you. You guys are awesome in what you do, and you have your niche. And we don't want to lose any of you great folks. JW Podcast is cool. Teeny Pajamas, Katie Kitten, you know, Pasta Chick, John Cedars, Lloyd. You guys are great in all these things you're doing, and I support it all. I just don't support, you know, fighting and wasting our energy. But, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody not to do it. Well, I guess maybe I'm making a video about it, so take it as you will. Some people are going to thumbs down this video. Some people are going to get mad at me. You know, there was that one kind of local person on Facebook that got mad at me a while back, and I didn't understand it. I reached out to the person. They didn't want to, you know, talk to me about it. Okay, fine. So I just let it go. And then somebody messaged me and said, there's a whole bunch of comments about you and negative things about you on Facebook. And I was like, on their particular page or group or whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't think that was cool. I didn't like it, but I didn't care enough. You know, I'd rather message and interact with people that are like-minded and that I can do something productive for myself or for them. And I know, Lloyd, you're getting all kinds of people emailing you, wanting advice, wanting to tell their story. Mike and Kim, I know you guys are doing the same. You know, all you great YouTubers and my friends at AAWA are doing cool stuff, press releases, and getting change.org petition going, and having studies being done about the psychological damaging effects of shunning and the narrow. the narrow fundamentalist worldview that Jehovah's Witnesses have. It's sad. It's so bigoted, and it's sad. These are the things that, can be brought to the fore and can encourage people. So, yeah, maybe I'm trying to straddle this whole thing and stand in the middle, but, I don't really have a strong anger or dislike towards any of you fine folks. I really think that maybe it's just the way that we're getting our anger out. Maybe this is all a Watchtower bullshit that we need to poop out. Okay, I said a cuss word, but maybe that's what this is all from. All of us are recently out, and we have anger, from being shunned and from being gossiped about and all that. And so maybe this is one of the ways that people get it out. And sometimes those ways are healthy, and sometimes they're maybe a little more tumultuous, or maybe they're a little more controversial, but we do what we do. So if you're still watching this video, I'm still waking up. Thank you for your lovely time and attention. Feel free to make comments, positive or negative. It's okay. I can take it. Well, I need more coffee, and then I can take it. So I'll see you later. Keep on struggling, my friends.
The order is rapidly fading, for the times they are a-changing.